what's happening? What's going on today? Today we ended the day red, down $1,000. We did start out green. Pal started talking. I fought the trend with the Fed, which was a mistake, and ended up a red on the day. Enjoy the stream recap and the trades. Today's Thursday. It is Thursday, June 23rd. I just opened the charts. Kind of interesting. Tuesday we had the nice rip and then sold off. Yesterday, really nice rip, sold off. Do we have like a short-term fractal going on? Rip the open, consolidate, sell off? I don't know. If we pop 740, really, it's like we pop 800. We push pretty hard, I think, but that's basically breaking out of the range. And so far, we've just been in the range. It'd be interesting to pop or to test overnight highs and value area high and make the rotation down. It'd also be interesting to pop this pretty aggressively, break the prior high, come back down, test 720, value area high, and then rip up into 800. The rotation could be another play. And then a third play would be, instead of just rotating between green and red, would be the push down into value area low. We crack that, potentially push into volume at 530, and then flush the lows at 460. I'm definitely not sold on one move. Leave it at that. A quick little flush to volume here is fine at 586, but I want to see what happens over the next 3 minutes. Coming back into volume at 70. Yes, flipping heavy, back to volume at 77.7. I'm gonna take a quick little stab here long. It's gonna be a tight trade. Falling off yesterday's value area low. We did reject VWAP quickly. Kind of expecting another push through it, to be honest. Buyers look pretty good here. I'm gonna open this up actually. Just buying up yesterday's value area low. Got yesterday's point of control at 67. Yesterday's value area high at 720, which would be overnight highs as well. Seems very aggressive on that play, but you never know. I'm just currently targeting today's point of control. This is seeming like a pretty good rip here. I have my stop in place. Let's just see like what I'm going to see what I can get out of it. I want to see this stay above VWAP. Still volume here at 600. Psych level at 600. Kind of a lot going on there. Rejected 620 so far. Pop 620, looking for 680. But kind of melting through. 20 seconds left on this candle. New candle just opened up. Quick sweep to the top side. Those typically kind of sketch me out a little bit. And we're getting slapped. That's a classic example. I'm just going to take that money and run. I left a lot of money on the table there. That was like 800 bucks. I really thought we were going to get the continued rip there. That was a very classic example of the brand new candle open and the sweep to the downside. It does hurt a little bit when you're up 800 and I was being greedy, especially after I said it was going to be a short, quick trade. At the end of the day, I'm pretty happy with how I managed that. I wasn't willing to lose any money on the trade. So I had my stop and profit, which is good. I had, that was a pretty godly rip of 60 points. And I felt like that 60 points could be very well met just immediately after, like we've seen the last 2 days. So overall, fine with that. And here comes ES VWAP, 71. Nas new lows on the day, 60. I'm going to buy this. This looks decent for a quick little bounce. Delta looks good. Okay. I was literally gonna oh my gosh. You freaking love news, man. Got filled out 10 points. Almost had it up at 87. They're just ripping it, low liquidity. Look away for 2 seconds and here we are, 100 points later. There are a few things in life more consistent than me finding a bottom-ish entry, grabbing 10 points and it ripping to new highs on the day. Feels like the overnight highs are kind of inevitable because we're pushing pretty strongly up there. We'll see. It's a pretty decently sized move. Oh, it's only 120 points. Okay, this is crazy, actually. This was like a 5-minute open not even 3 weeks ago. It's a new 5-minute candle. Look at Delta before I flip that. Still looks heavy on Delta. I'm tempted to take a little shorty short here. That was a nice little wick. Taking a short. Probably could have been a little quicker on the draw there, but it's okay. If we run 87, that's like not interested in that trade. Do we normally run wicks? I would say yes. Block at 76, block at 90. Which one gets pulled first? Could be telling. Got 40 seconds left, 35 seconds left on this candle. It's a nice little buy up off the sweep of the low, prior low. Trying to close fairly strong here. A little bit of buyers trying to push through as well. Trying to rip to those overnight highs. We put in the excess. Buyers came through, obviously. Here comes 720. So we're talking about pre-market. 720 got slapped. Quick 20-point rejection. I marketed in on that. I got a kind of a shit fill. That's okay. Nice yank. Down $1,000 right now. $1,300. We push those new highs. Little divergence trying to play out. Minute 53 seconds left on this candle. We have the full red to green rotation officially played out. Red to green. Yesterday's value area low to value area high. The blue line algo is actually for sure going to play as a support if we do come back down here into the 80s. Going back into value area range on the close. Come back up to volume at 706. Down $700. Matt, how do you do the math so quick? Well, you just subtract 335 from this number. Trying to get slapped here. Across the board. Will we get some follow through? Maybe. It looks heavy. We'll see. Trying to flush 700 here. It's the classic Pal speaks and everybody just blindly buy. We don't care what he says. Seems inevitable that they push this slightly. It just feels so weak, man. But I think that I don't want to be the person standing in front of the freight train. And it's not even really a freight train. I don't want to be the person standing in front of the paper plane that's just kind of gliding. It's actually a pretty damn good analogy. I feel like a freight train has power. This is just like a little floater. A little market butterfly, if you will. We're in the wick zone. Is today the day we pop it? 1, 2, 3. And all of these over here. Is today the day that we run through all of them, or do we continue to make another wick? ES setting a volume to 90. Still looks heavy. Nothing has changed in my perspective. If things were changing in my perspective, I would not be in this trade right now. Despite popular belief, I am not married to it at all. It's just, it looks very freaking heavy. All right, Giga Strong blue line support. Algo coming in clutch any second. Our blue strong Chad level support at 81 took 7 points of drawdown for at least 10 points. Got that big support energy. Yee. All right, 1 minute left on this candle. Pretty tight, boring candle so far. We went back up. We retested what made sense to be tested. 95, 90 to 95. Anything in the 90s honestly made sense. Now we're just waiting to see how we close. If this closes pretty tight or doji or like pushing 700, I'm like, I just don't know if I have it in me to stick around much longer. Yeah, we're just slow ticking this. I'm out. I'm not gonna. It's not worth it. Down $1,000, thousand some change, 1,030. We were up $300. That's fine. Realistically, probably going to trade it this afternoon. I think after we get a little bit of the wiggle stuff out. I don't feel like I am not seeing it cleanly. I just think that I'm a little early right now. We'll see.